Hey again, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today is January 28th, 2022. It is the last Friday in January. It's still cold here in North Texas. And I'm coming to you a day early. You're earlier than the Saturdays that I promised. I don't want to miss one of the weeks that I had promised to come visit with you. And on that note, if you're one of those who come to my discussion channel, I want to thank you because there's so many people out there with so much good content that if you're hanging here with me, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I don't have a PayPal account. I don't ask for donations. I'm not trying to sell you a t-shirt or a coffee mug. This is a labor of love and, most importantly, a labor of experience that I want to share with y'all. So if you're here, thank you. I am going to go ahead and ask for that favor again. If you do like these videos, please do subscribe. It means a lot to me. Hit the notification bell. I think it's down below. And share the videos if you think that they are beneficial and that they're worthy of being shared. That would be really great. I'd like to see the sub count go up. So, anyhow, all right, so on to today's topic. That the narcissist is one of the characteristics of the narcissist is that they are hypersensitive to criticism, any kind of criticism whatsoever. Constructive, not constructive, doesn't matter. The narcissist in their mind is perfect in every way, and therefore your criticism, and I'm going to get into something a little bit lighter than criticism that bothers them, your criticism, it upsets their view of themselves. And so it's not taken very well if you try to adjust or work with a narcissist, because basically it's either their way or no way, either spoken or unspoken. Most of the times that I've dealt with one of these narcopaths, these are unspoken rules that they lay out. There's a lot of different ways to communicate what you expect and how you expect it done without saying a word, because we all know that communication is more than just verbiage and language. So on the verbiage and language, I had something interesting, a thought about the narcopath, that if you can't criticize the narcissist, what is the flaw? What is it that we have that they don't have? And I'm gonna guess that it's not one thing totally, but that one of the main components that normal people have is humility, some form of humility. That's why you can't tease with a narcissist. Go ahead, try to give some friendly banter or just some good natured, just a good natured joke with the narcissist. They don't have a good sense of humor, and that's what I want to talk about. Humor is the same root word, humor or humility or human, if you will, which the root is something, I guess it's humus or hummus. If you've ever bought hummus at the store, this all refers to the earth or the ground, to have your feet on the ground. So normal people, we have our feet on the ground. We understand the concept of us and our environment, and how we have hopefully we're moving toward a more healthy way of dealing with ourselves and the environment. The narcissist doesn't have this concept. So if you're trying to joke with one of them, you may be in for a surprise, and you may be in for some silent retaliation, some stealth retaliation, because you hurt their feelings. Do not hurt the feelings of a narcissist. They don't appreciate it, I found out. So on that note, humor, humility, human, keeping your feet on the ground, something the narc knows nothing about. So on that note, you can move this a little bit further down, is that the narcissist with their, and make no mistake, I do think that they think it's real, that the psychic injury is real. They don't take this, like I said, criticism to humor, anything on that spectrum, they don't take well at all. That they are really adept at seeing themselves as the victim. So, and it's going to move on even further from that here in just a second, that if they perceive themselves as the victim, that you are the victimizer, there's going to be some other third parties that are going to be involved in this, because the narcissist loves to triangulate. So if you have caused some sort of psychic injury to the narcopath, you've said something in passing, something joking, the narcissist will feel the victim, and then the narcissist will triangulate to show the others of what a horrible, terrible person you are for even suggesting that somehow they're less than perfect. And we all know that the narcissist is perfect, and that if something happens, it must be your fault, right? Right, or wrong. If you want to talk about reality, that you can't push the boundaries of the narcissist too far without them having an issue with it. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that as damaging as gaslighting is and triangulation, because remember they are filtering and distorting data that they give to others. Gaslighting, I think, is probably probably the most sinister tool in the bag of tricks that the narcopath uses. And triangulation probably isn't quite as damaging because there's some other factors of whether the person knows you, how well they know you, if they even believe the narcissist. Most people don't have any reason to not believe the narcissist, but they will create this sense of victimhood, point to you or paint you as the victimizer, and so it starts to color the world around you with the people that you mutually know, and that's a real problem because they can tear down your reputation and ruin a lot of things for you, from business relationships to friendships, etc. And I've had some go behind my back and say some really, really awful things that aren't true, not even a shred of truth, and try to destroy these relationships, all the while painting me as the victimizer who's somehow done something to them. And, I'm going to back up on that. I think sometimes that they think that they are injured when there really wasn't an injury. It's just that their overblown sense of ego, this has been, somebody else occupied the same space and time for 1 second that they wanted to, and so it injures them in some way that they think. But sometimes I think that they know what they're doing, and either or, it doesn't matter. That's what they do, and so they feel like they are the victim. Really, probably at their core, sometimes they know they're not the victim, but they paint you as the victimizer anyway. So that is how they operate to destroy your reputation. So as far as the trying to criticize a narcissist or set them straight, or even just working with one on anything, any project, whether it's a marriage and I really don't get into the business relationships much, but I say that because it can go out that far. It's typically family, or at least what I talk about is family and spousal relationships, that they're just impossible to work with because basically, again, they're the center of the universe and you are a servant. And by God, if you don't behave like the lawnmower, the toaster, the refrigerator, all aspects of mechanical in the house, then there's you, and then there's some other stuff, and maybe some bank accounts. That you're just part of the scenery for these people. If you step out of line and show them, and oh man, this is kind of cool. This actually goes with what I was talking about when you outshine one. If you show your humanity to them, that you're a real human being in the normal world, the healthy world, that it threatens them. It absolutely threatens them. And make no bones about it that makes them very uncomfortable, because they're going to be forced to either defend their position, which is what they're going to do, or they're going to have to come over to your point of view and behave like a normal human being. Most of the time, all of the time, they're not going to behave like a normal human being. The narcissist will never change, okay? I know a lot of us have had some really unfortunate experiences with them, but we saw that something was wrong. We saw that something was amiss, something was out of sync, something was needed to be changed, and so we are seeking this change. The narcissist will never, ever seek it, not till ever. They'll die this way. They're going to be a narcissist or a narcopath from now on. So, but they don't handle criticism well. They don't have good senses of humor, and it's because they're not even real people. That is basically it in a nutshell. And anyway, I hope that as we have these conversations, that it it dawns on you more and more that you're not even speaking to a normal human being. Anyhow, I hope y'all are doing well. Again, please like, subscribe, share, and I won't try to sell you a coffee cup, t-shirt, or send you to my PayPal donations account. So if you would do those things for me, that would be really great. I would appreciate that a lot. So anyway, it's good to see y'all again, and I'm going to sign off, and I hope to see y'all again real soon. Thanks.